Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday and welcome back to another round of candle reviews. So I hope to actually have 3 candle reviews ready to go for you guys today. I got a little bit behind with Craig staying home from work this past week. So I did not get my usual pre-recording of weekend content done. So I'm actually filming this on, well, today's Saturday and you're watching this on Sunday. So anyway, this particular candle here, which is the Harvest Donut candle, this is what we're talking about first today. You're gonna see this again on Tuesday. I wanted to let you guys know that I have another Homeworx candle haul coming up. I finally got my last order that I placed in August, at the end of August. That finally arrived. There's also actually some Bath & Body Works candles that just showed up in the mail. Well, I guess from UPS as well. I did hit up that $12.95 candle sale and I had a 25% off. So I tossed in some Bath & Body Works candles that I've been interested in reviewing as well. So if you are interested in another fall candle haul, that should be going up on Tuesday, hopefully. But anyway, in this video, we are talking about Harvest Donut. Okay, I don't have her lit because you guys, check it. She's already done. I went through this one in just a few days. I was burning it like crazy. And by the way, I did lose track a couple of days in a row and burned it far longer than my usual 2.5–3 hours, which is with most of my candles, with the exception of the Kringle soy 2 wicks. I burn those for like hours on end and those are fine. But most of my other candles, regardless of the company, are burned for about 2.5–3 hours max. I find that that just cuts down on the vast majority of issues that a lot of candles tend to have, which is either, well, in the case of Homeworx here, they tend to lose a wick if they get a deep wax pool. Sometimes the wick clips come unglued and you will lose a wick before you even light the candle. But I find that for the most part, if I keep the burn time somewhat limited, I don't have any issues at all. And you can see here, there were 0 issues. There was no real discoloration. The wicks never disappeared. Burned down to the wick clips. One section over here went a little bit further, but yeah, this was, as far as like the burn, it was great. Nothing went wrong there, but we'll talk about strength and throw here in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the description, talk about the fragrance notes, what I smell. I will compare it to hot cider donut as well as sugared beignets, because I do think the Harvest Donut kind of, I guess, falls in that family. And I'm sure that most of you are going to be asking me about those comparisons. So I will address that. But first, let's go ahead and just go through the scent description here. By the way, this was purchased from Homeworx.Shop. I don't think this is available over on QVC. Don't necessarily quote me on that. Honestly, I have not looked up what's available that's new for Homeworx over on QVC in quite some time. I have really enjoyed shopping from Homeworx.Shop. You guys know how I feel about the shipping over at QVC. So if I can avoid supporting them, I will. That being said, it's also nice with Homeworx.Shop. You don't have to buy the candles in duos like you do for most of the candles through QVC. So I'm finding that that's helping me with my, I guess, backup collection because I'm not accumulating them quite as fast. So anyway, Harvest Donut from Homeworx.Shop. I will, of course, link it down below. I will put my ambassador discount code if you're interested in using that. It works with the vast majority of their sales. Occasionally it won't. But I will put that information down below. That'll save you an extra 10% off your order. Okay, your fragrance notes here are fresh pumpkin, donut accord, ginger, and clove. All right, so this really doesn't do much for me in the way of, I guess, the donut part of it. There's just kind of this weird, somewhat generic gourmand note in this that I guess could come across as like a cakey donut type note. But overall, and here's where I'm gonna kind of segue into the strength and throw, because this one is quite light, you guys. If I had to, I guess, put the strength and throw out there, I would say the strength of this is about like a 4, maybe not quite a 5, but I would say the strength is probably more of like a 4, 4.5. And the throw is, I don't know, this one's kind of hard because I feel like I can definitely smell something when I walk into the room where this is, but it really doesn't waft very far. I guess I would put the throw at around like a 3. Like, it definitely is within the room where I'm burning it, and I have been burning this in both the kitchen as well as the family room. I've kind of been moving it between the two, and while it has a lovely scent in the room that it's in, it is quite faint. And if you are the type of person who likes to walk into the room, and if you want to very clearly know exactly what you're smelling and that you're burning a candle, this one it's a little tough for that. I wish this was stronger. And that is, it also kind of makes it hard to smell most of the notes that are in here. You do have to kind of stick your nose over the candle to really be able to get the notes of the ginger. The ginger is in there. It's quite nice. I don't typically love ginger, but it's done really well in here. There is just a touch of clove in this. This really isn't spicy. And in terms of fresh pumpkin, I think there's definitely a pumpkin accord in here, but I mean, I guess when I smell this, I don't think, yes, this smells like a pumpkin harvest like donut or something. It doesn't really come across as that necessarily. I have to admit, I think the far better option in terms of donut candles from HomeWorx, for me, it goes hot cider donuts and then sugared beignets. The two are quite similar. I still like the hot cider donut better because I think it's more authentic to like an actual like hot cider donut that you would get when you're out, like, you know, at like the pumpkin patch or picking apples or whatever. A lot of times they sell, you know, the cider donuts. And I think that Harry's take on hot cider donut is very true to like the original like food product itself. This here, I think, is just far too light to really be effective. I did pick up 2 of this one because I kind of assumed that I was going to love it and that I was going to want at least one backup of it. I have to admit, I kind of wish now I didn't do that, because at this point, what I'm gonna plan on doing with the second one is I'm probably just gonna put it away until next fall. And in the meantime, I'm going to bust out my hot cider donuts, and I actually think that I have a sugared beignets sitting somewhere upstairs as well. So I think I'm just gonna enjoy those 2 as like my donut scents for the fall, because this one here is just, the strength and throw is not there. I'm disappointed because I was looking forward to having like another really great donut option, but I think they need to go back on the drawing board on this one and just increase the strength and throw significantly. If you ordered this one, I certainly hope that yours is maybe a little bit stronger. I will say, if you're someone who typically doesn't love to have a candle smack you in the face, you might really like this. If you tend to be headache prone, this is definitely going to be a softer take on a gourmand candle. And like I said, the clove and the ginger that's in here is not something that's going to come across as incredibly aggressive. It's going to be pretty soft on the nose. So I don't know. This might be a good fit for a very specific person, but if you're the typical Homeworx buyer, I'm not sure that I'm going to tell you to like go ham on this one. I would say maybe try one, see how it goes. You just don't know. Now there does from time to time definitely seem to be some batch variations, because I have seen other people talk about candles that I have experienced to be quite light. For other people, they're very strong. And then also vice versa, things that I have that I think are definitely great in terms of strength and throw, and other people have said I can't smell anything at all. So I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough reviews here or post-burn reviews to be able to say that this is just an across the board failure in terms of strength and throw. But anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and put my take of it out there, and especially since I finished this one. Like I said, the overall burn was just fine. There's no issues with like sooting or discoloration or wicks or anything like that. So it was great for that. But as far as like being an excellent performer for strength and throw, I don't think you're gonna get that here. The fragrance is nice enough, but you just don't get much from it. So anyway, you guys, I hate to start today out with a little bit of a bummer review, but you know what, it is what it is. Let me know what your take is on Harvest Donut, if you picked it up and if you've had a chance to burn it. I'd love to hear your take as well. Stay tuned for the other candle reviews coming up here in a little while. So make sure you're subscribed. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.